Good day, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. Your hosts today, Bob, Cory, Nick, and Todd. What do we got for you on this segment? We've got a little airing of grievances, shared by the one and only Todd Dillon. TT's TikToks, brought to you by the effervescent Cory Selesky. And 90 Second Sports, brought to you by the scrumtrolescent Todd Dillon once again. And if time allows, maybe a little Nick's existential question of the week. And as we fade down into oblivion. Gentlemen, how are you? Cory?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
How goes it?
Did I out-oh-hey you? Yes.
No.
Oh, hey.
God, no. You can never do that.
Nick Bader, how are you?
Oh, fantastic. Dude, good to have you back, man.
Man, it is.
It's been a while.
It's a pleasure to be back. I had a hiatus trip out to the Far East.
Yep.
And I ended up living in a yurt for approximately 8 glorious days.
And I know before you came back, you stopped at your house in the Adirondacks. How is that?
You know what? Surprisingly rodent-free.
Okay.
So
I think you said that you spent most of your time just doing landscaping. You said because it had been so unkept since the last time you were there.
Well, I mean, when you've got multiple dwellings spread across multiple continents, it takes a bit of work.
When I hear Bob Rankin, basically what I hear is not enough butter on too much toast.
Too much.
Too much. Yeah, that is. You'd be surprised how many times a day I hear that. Todd Dillon, how are you?
I am tremendously stupendous, sir.
I may make a note and text it to you during the middle of the week, reminding you to next week introduce yourself with exactly the same tremendously stupendous intro that you just gave.
It sounds like you're gonna go into some sort of musical when you say something like that. I am tremendously stupendous.
Tremendously.
Dun, 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 dun. Tremendously stupendous.
And I think it would sound something like this.
Right.
I feel good. Yeah.
Wait, did you just imply I was about to bust into a James Brown impression?
Right.
I did.
The last.
I think we're at different musicals.
The last white motherfucker in this podcast to have the temerity to launch into a James Brown impression.
I think you might be the first.
He's tempting the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
He's tempting the bucket. Temerity.
That's a compliment from you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. If you were new to the we're live again. Some might say for the one too many times this evening, but we are live again. If you want to listen back to previous episodes, you can find them out on the streaming services, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, or anybody else who can get a podcast. You could also stream us on the social media services out on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Schnozzcast. You could also email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com, or if you are so inclined, you can call or text us anytime, day or night, including right this second when we're live.
Right now.
At 618
Right now?
Not on the YouTubes? So,
No,
Bob,
YouTube.
Heavy on the poop.
we do have something to tell you. We decided that we're going to start a jar.
Okay.
Just like how Gina tried to start the swear jar
Swear
for
jar?
you.
Yeah.
Anytime someone
Was that Gina's idea? Okay.
mispronounces a word.
Yeah. I think we squashed that pretty quickly.
Well, no, this is the swear jar we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is a mispronunciation.
I plan on squashing
crazy.
this almost as quickly.
Okay, so I'm going to I hear your query, and I'm going
raise you.
I'm going
some
to
bullshit.
raise you a stipulation. Although all those in favor reply with aye, and then the no's will have it as well.
I think it's a nay, in fact.
So
Nay.
the mispronunciation jar.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is going to be basically ground level year one. If Todd ends up coming to Tewas, as the locals say.
I feel like that's a mispronunciation jar waiting to happen right there.
If this is the first year of hopefully many, I say from day one of January 1st, we complete a whole year, right?
Yeah.
And that jar, $1 every time we mispronounce.
$1?
Every time we mispronounce something. Dude,
I need to ask for a raise.
listen, some of us can't afford to put more than $1.
You guys take credit?
You'll hear,
Some of us mispronounce words so often we also
feels-
can't afford to put
Exactly.
$1 in
It
there.
feels like a quarter might be a
I feel like
more
that's a more
appropriate.
that exactly.
so I feel like it should be $1.
Do ya?
And at the end of the year, so we'll go from Taoist trip to Taoist trip,
Okay.
and we'll have to figure out a way to all of us be able to enjoy that, like whether it picks up the tab one night or something.
I like it.
How does
I
Todd
like
benefit from that?
Because this is going to be year one, hopefully, that he comes with us.
So
I'll
you're
carve
saying
it into my
at
schedule.
the end of that year, it'll be his return trip to Tawas.
Yeah,
And
that's when we will use.
where the payoff happens. This
That's
is
when we
the,
will use
Gotcha.
it.
anniversary of the. That's how the money accumulates.
If you guys want to think of a different way to use it, that's fine. But I feel like that should
I
be
love that. I think that's the perfect idea, Nick. I'm second. Second.
Something. Or we could also.
I think, and one other thing though, just so it doesn't get out of hand, because I think
Yeah.
Bob's
so
onto
excited about
something.
this idea.
No. Here's the thing. My amendment one: make it $1 until it gets to $50, and then it's 25 cents thereafter. Because Bob is right. I think you motherfuckers mispronounce a ton of words, and I will be.
I mean,
frickin'
what-
enunciation police?
Hold
Like
on a
this
second.
past-
Because I
okay,
know
dude.
everybody.
I put
putting against a
Todd
brother.
mispronunciation
No,
snippets
no. A
on,
brother
the,
has
on the mixer.
no.
So listen.
You guys aren't. I'm not going to get God in this.
Listen.
We're going to have voting and everything. So
We
my
can-
amendment
we-
is stop at the $50 mark, and then it's
We-
25 cents
Listen,
thereafter.
we can have so one person to be the one that holds the totem or whatever, and have a separate account, whether it be PayPal or Zelle or whatever. And like this last episode, I probably would have owed $3. That's not a big deal. But we do it at the end of the episode. We send it to this account, and we can even have a tally
On
for
the screen?
No, for someone
You
that
can put it on screen.
for somebody that listens to the show twice all the time because they have to go back.
Yeah.
And hold on. That
And
person,
pay the bounty to the fan.
that person at the end of the year cycle when we go to Tawas will say, this is the person that has the least amount of discrepancies, and they're the one that gets their tab paid.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So there's
Dude, let's do this.
like incentivizing.
Yeah.
I think I feel like this whole episode. First of all, for the listeners and the viewers,
We're going to figure this out on this episode.
yeah, for listeners and viewers, this is something that we did not talk about ahead of time. We had an entire.
We're going to set this up so that we win.
We had an entire agenda of shit we wanted to work through, but I feel like based on what was just introduced, we are not going to talk about any of those things, and we're going to spend the next hour going through and just role playing this out.
And if it's something that said person, okay, so let's say it was Cory. Cory had the least amount of missteps, and we're saying, well, he talks the least amount, and there's all this fucking arguing back and forth.
No, hold
Regardless,
on. First of all, that doesn't play into it at all.
No, it doesn't. So, but Cory
I agree.
has the option. Let's say he was the one that had the least amount of missteps. Okay, so he gets the yearly $50 or $55 or whatever it was when we go up to Tawas. Cory then has the option to do with it what he wants. He can put towards his and Danielle's trip, or he can say, I'm buying a round for us, and then the rest goes to me. But I think there should be something that we're doing. On
One of those
weekly
things would be
basis.
worse than the other, though, wouldn't it?
Yes, of course.
Hang on,
Of
let me
course
think.
it
Let me
does.
think, Todd.
I have a sneaking suspicion that I know what Cory's answer would be.
Let me throw this out there.
thank you very much.
My first thing is, should we have an extra camera where, like right now, you've got a 3-camera setup on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Me and Nick, you, and then Todd down at the bottom. What if we had a 4-camera setup?
come on,
and
it's
one
gonna
of
be
them
at the
was just
bottom?
on the jar.
Well,
because-
it's time to keep brother down.
I would love that, but I
Can I
don't
be on
think
the
a
top
lot of
one?
us keep cash
On the
on
side?
hand.
Look, Todd, I hear what you're saying. I'm not in charge of the video.
Can I
This
get
is
to the side?
well known.
Unless
in the audio, Todd, you're always in front.
unless going forward, we make an agreement between the 4 of us
Yeah.
that we are always going to have $5 loose dollars in our pocket for every show.
Well, of course. If it's $1, I'm going to bring like $20. It's like I'm going to
That
go
is
to
a
the
new
strip
edict.
club.
All those will keep $5 loose dollars in their wallets.
I was going to say, it's not a bad idea. We could do a 4th camera just on the jar itself, And anytime that we all agree on the show,
Yep.
that someone mispronounces
you
the
could,
word.
You could have
Mispronounces?
Yep. See, like that. I would owe $1. You guys are already losing. I know, but you guys are already losing out.
No, but
Damn
so
it.
I don't know what the counter would look like. Can we do something like along the bottom that has like T for Todd, B for Bob, and for Nick, C for Cory, and then a number of like how many transgressions for each one?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I'd have to look into that.
Let's look into it, see what's possible.
Make it happen, Cory.
I
Don't
mean,
look into it. You know what wussies do? They go, "Oh, look into
Wussies.
it. I think it's possible."
You know what
They say
losers.
They say my name's Todd. So
Losers whine about their
people I
past.
pay, Cory.
Winners go
Everything's
home and
fun.
fuck the prom.
If you
queen.
can't do things, if you can't do it, just say you can. I don't know if I can do that.
Todd, can you give us? Todd, can you give us?
Todd doesn't realize I can still mute his mic from this too.
Todd, can you give us one more time your nerdy impression of "I don't think this is possible"? Just one more time.
Go ahead, Todd.
I can't.
He goes.
Oh, yeah,
He
it does
muted
work.
you. He muted you. Todd goes. I don't think this is possible.
Oh, don't worry. I got it on the mixer. I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out next
I
week.
might not be able to control their mics, but I can control yours, Todd.
That's fine. But I'm going to put it on the mixer.
And notice who has no control.
So, anyways,
Oh, he muted you again. Oh, this is unprecedented.
All right. Hold on. We need to. So we're 4 equal co-hosts here.
Oppression. That's all it is.
Let's not oppress.
There's a 1,
the
1,
brother
and
man.
0.8.
Okay.
Todd equal.
So the other thing I was going to bring up was why don't we make this into a listener-sponsored event?
Okay.
Why don't we say that the listeners/viewers can reach into the show, and we can even make like a Schnozzcast PayPal account where
Or Scylla account.
whatever we do, it's
Potato,
fine.
potato.
But we could say like you can make bets. You could place bets and say I want to put $5 on Cory being the overall winner, the one who mispronounces the least amount of words, and they would. If whatever they bet, they would get up to a maximum of, let's say, $15, $20,
million?
whatever it is. They could double their money if they win.
Yeah, I think you've gone too far.
Well, up to $1 million,
too far?
though, right?
Icarus.
No,
I think
not up to $1 million.
I think you flew too close to the sun, buddy. I think this
But
is too much.
Oh, but hold on. Okay, so maybe what I just said is maybe a bridge too far. But why would we limit this to just ourselves? Why wouldn't we?
Because we don't
involve
have
the
that kind of
listeners?
audience. That's why.
But maybe this is how we get that kind of audience.
Let's start with the thing
Put your
first.
mouth where your money is.
I would love that, Bob. I would.
All I'm saying
But
is,
I don't think it's-
why wouldn't we be able to
I'm in.
say like, listen,
hold on. Take the amount of people
Right.
that send you emails to schnozzcast@gmail.com and then include
Yeah.
include them giving us money and
Yeah.
tell me how many
Sometimes-
people.
you know what
you're gonna
happens?
but those
You
people
get-
don't
you
have
get
an
good service,
opportunity to
unfortunately.
double their money.
Nobody ever emails when they get good service, Nick. We know that. We know.
That's right. You have to bitch about service.
Thousands
That's
of
what
visitors and viewers. They don't complain because they like what they're getting a little bit.
Dylan's already saying he's going to throw down on it.
All right, I think we really need to think about this because I think just in general, on general principle, if the 4 of us only involve ourselves and we put money into this jar and the money collected in the jar based on our mispronunciations only benefits the 4 of us, I think we're missing an opportunity.
So you're saying we're a cat with our leg in the air licking our own balls.
Yes, I don't see how this helps the podcast at all. And
But I don't see why that's
maybe
a bad
benefits
thing.
are top tier listeners or
Hey,
attracts
man,
new listeners.
If you can work it out to be able to do that, that would be great. I got no problem with
I
that.
feel like I wanted to throw out there to workshop on the call, but I don't think it's going to happen because I'm the only one talking about it right now.
Because nobody's calling the shocker line because we didn't tell them when we're going to be here. Like in the last time, people said, "You guys should have a set schedule when you're going to be on the airline."
Yeah.
So it's going to be
we hit the day, right? It's every Saturday. We just haven't hit the time.
all you have to do
Specifically.
is tie schnozzcast@gmail.com to. All you have to do is what the fuck is going on?
Yes, it is.
Bob, mute you. All you have to do is tie schnozzcast@gmail.com to a PayPal account.
Yeah.
And you can do dollars or whatever you want to do. But
Sure. It'd be,
we could have
like our
winners.
own Patreon.
We could have winners. Yeah.
Yeah, we just have to figure out how you become a winner, what the stakes are, what people would be wagering on. If not wagering, then at least, I mean, look, that's what you guys know what Patreon is, right?
Yes.
So
say it twice
in
a row.
Patreon is if you're listening or watching us and you don't know what that is, it is a way in which popular podcasts can get subscribers, basically people who pay a monthly service fee to the podcast, and in exchange for that they get whatever the benefit is that the podcast makes possible. Like a lot of podcasts, if you're a Patreon subscriber, then you get a shout out at the end of the month in the podcast. They have different tiers of Patreon subscribers where everybody who subscribes through Patreon gets Patreon specific content, where we would record something and make it only available to our Patreon subscribers and not to normal schmoes who listen to us for free. We have never been in the position to be charging people for anything. And it'd be great to say. Yeah. It'd be great to say. Let's just continue to.
I
just
charge
do
people
this
for all
free.
manner of things, Bob.
Look, we're not talking about anal sex. Anyway, what we're talking about is how are we going to pull in listeners to the podcast, which anybody who listens to us on any kind of regular basis would want us to do. Like they could say they were on the ground floor and they knew us when, and now we're really huge.
Before
that's go ahead, Todd.
Well, just before.
Just before. Got it. Okay.
Well, just think how easily. I mean, I would have had $3 this past episode. Cory would have had a couple.
I'd have been broke.
Todd would have had a couple.
Started like 6 months ago.
If
Todd would have had zero.
If we honestly think like once it gets to 25, basically it's a $25 gift card. It goes out to somebody. Like that would be kind of cool.
I think it'd be really cool, but how do we determine who that is? That's I think what we're workshopping here.
Okay.
And even if we don't do it here, you could tell me like, hey, this is a great idea. Let's take it offline. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to discuss with that.
Yeah.
What kind of gift card is it? Is it a real gift card like from Starbucks or a $25 gift card?
It can just
25 minutes of Cory massaging their feet.
It can just be hey, we're gonna send you $25. You got Zelle, you got Venmo.
No, it's got to be to somewhere awesome like Outback Steakhouse,
Chili's,
massaging their feet.
Maybe another Chili's.
Todd, I will lick their goddamn feet. Stop saying Cory massaging their feet.
We can send him a gift card to Apple of My Thai in Seattle, Washington.
Or the house apple of my thigh, where Cory massages your feet.
The bikini baristas, where I still
Cory
massage
your feet.
I'm already there getting coffee.
If they live within a 25-mile radius of Dearborn Heights, Michigan, then we would
drop it off to them.
We would go out there and we would do a little barbershop triplet.
And Cory would massage
sing them the Britney Spears song of their choice.
And
I think
Cory.
All right, so you be in charge of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I'll tell you what, fellas, if I could guarantee that would get us 100,000 listeners, you could bet all of us would be singing a Britney Spears.
I think if you guys listen to what I'm saying, that would guarantee us 100,000 visitors.
Oh, dollar in the jar.
That's another dollar in the jar right there.
Guarantee us.
Damn it!
Way to go, buddy.
I thought I heard you were never going to fall for that white boy shit.
I wasn't. I got okie doke.
And the cool thing is that when Bob re-listens, he could easily like get an official tally. Like if we forget during the show or whatever. Like,
oh no, I feel like once the Taoist trip, now we're starting at the end of the Taoist trip, and the first podcast back after the Taoist trip.
I mean, once we get the groundwork laid for all this,
we got a whole month to figure it out.
Yeah.
So first podcast after the Taoist trip is the first
That's
one.
when it begins.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sure after that, people are going to be like an eagle-eyed for like taking notes on whatever laptop, phone, device that they have. Between the four of us, it's gonna get cutthroat.
I think
it's gonna get everybody's nitpicking on what everybody else says.
Dylan already said, "Sing Hit Me Baby One More TM TIEM."
Oh,
so
if we did it, that song would be full of mispronunciations.
For
sure.
I think it's a little play on our mispronunciations game.
Yeah.
But I think if we brought 25 loose dollars each, and we each had a bowl in front of us, just to make sure we always have it here, and then we have the camera on on the actual bowl.
I say we do a camera on somewhere here that we could have just a close up on that.
Can you get like an Utz cheese balls bowl, like a container that something?
Like pretzels or something. Yeah.
And
Todd,
because I feel like it's going to be like a bowl. It's like this big. It's going to be filled with like $600 by the time we're done.
Todd could have one in his frame. And the official count could come from Bob when he double checks.
I would go and dip into my kids' like old Monopoly game, and I would make Todd bucks. And whenever I hear Todd do it, I'm throwing one of those in the jar. It represents a Todd dollar.
Yeah,
I like it.
Well, I'll say, or Todd just PayPal's you the 25 that he wants.
No, it's too difficult to keep track. I would want one spot where this Utz cheese balls container is the source of truth.
Right. Is this the whole podcast then? Again, we're setting the rules for.
I already said that at the beginning. I said we're shit canning everything else and we're workshopping this problem.
Dude, I have a grievance.
Yeah, let's get into
chicken
some other
grievance.
stuff.
Damn it.
All right.
The Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're gonna hear about it.
Did I play the right one?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Starting this new year off right.
New year.
Well,
You gather your family around.
Because you know what?
And tell them all
I got a
the ways
beef,
they have
yo.
supported
No,
you
more like a
over the
grievance. Thanks, Bob.
I'm like, how long will we keep going with this? If I just drop that
I was
song right out of there.
I was getting my grind on. I was just getting ready to go.
Oh, I heard. And
Anyway.
I was not going to let that go.
Dude, a long time ago, somebody asked.
Hold on a second. Real quick. Airing Grievances is a segment in which Todd Dillon tells us all the things that are sticking in his craw. Go, Todd.
I'm a craw. Perfect. So a while ago, one of our listeners said, we need more chicken grievances because for those who are new to the podcast, I'm a chicken owner. I have 18 chickens and got 8 of them named. Well, actually 9 of them named, but I can tell only 9 of them apart. So the rest of the other 9 are.
Hold on. Do they also have last names? I think this was a request from one of your co-hosts.
They're all Dillons.
No. That was not the request.
No.
If you forgot about Renee Henderson Cluckenstein, we would like each of them to have specific last names, not just the standard first name chicken basis.
I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Bob, and it feels like these chickens will be dead before I get done.
No, you look at all that free time you have taking care of those chickens while you're out there. You should be workshopping and brainstorming.
The second you get them, they should have a fucking name.
I will write that down in my list of things I need to do.
My dog has a first name, a middle name, and a last name, and a suffix to that name. The least you could do is
and my dogs do too, but you don't have 18 dogs.
Look, if I did, they'd all have 18 different goddamn names. That's my point.
Gotcha.
This is my grievance about your grievance.
I'm a bad chicken owner.
So step it up, man.
I shall go and slaughter them tonight.
Yeah.
Start over.
I feel like that's not at all what I said, but okay.
All right, back to Todd.
So anyway, I thought until just now, I thought I was a pretty good chicken dad. And these little mofos are awesome. They all got their own personalities, even though I can't name them. There was one who was like super ugly when she was molting last year, and I called her Passion because I think that the new chickens I got, I'm going to give them all stripper names. And so anyway, Passion.
Strippers have last names, Todd.
No, they don't.
Passion,
Cinnamon.
Passion McCluckersby. Passion McCluckersby, the ugly molting one.
That's
Dude, turns out when they molt, that's only for a little bit. Then they get their feathers back, and this little bitch looks like the rest of the motherfuckers I got. So I can't exactly tell who Passion is anymore, so that's why I don't have any names for him. But that is issue number 1. So maybe I'm not the greatest chicken owner that thought I was before my grievance.
Hold on.
You haven't even got to my grievance yet.
No, I thought you said that was the first one.
No. I'm just saying now you've actually called into question whether or not I'm a good chicken owner because my grievance has to do with the fact that I think that I'm a really good chicken owner. And so you called that into question.
Yeah, that's not.
Todd, can I just ask, how is little Cory Selesky?
He's a sexy motherfucker. Anyway.
The chicken.
Thriving.
Anyway, my chicken grievance. I've been pouring my heart and soul in these little motherfuckers, and I love them. I do. And they give me eggs, and they give me funny stories. They land on me.
Funny stories?
Yeah.
They're telling you funny stories? When was the last time a chicken told you a funny story?
I didn't say that they told me funny stories. They give me funny stories to tell. Like
they land on you?
Hold on a second. I had a funny story. You want to hear it?
Yeah, can we do the shot?
That's not this segment. This segment is my grievance.
Can we do the
anyway,
shot?
Well played, sir. Hold on.
Cut. Dude,
hold on.
How can I have to keep holding on in my own segment? I haven't even gotten to my grievance yet.
Oppression.
Well, this is like we don't have commercials on this podcast, but this is the closest thing we got. We got a shot
being
to
repressed.
do here.
Welcome to my world, Todd.
And being repressed.
We got a shot to do.
You're being
Todd.
oppressed.
That's another $1.
If you can't join us in a
That
shot,
too.
Todd, please join us in a slug of beer
Got you going.
from your beer that has
Yeah.
an amazing can.
Yeah, I understand you.
Todd's being repressed.
Help! I'm being repressed.
We're so sorry, Todd. Continue, sir.
Back to you, Todd.
Drinking some Black Raven Brewing Coco Jones coconut porter. Really, really
God
good.
bless you.
Highly suggested. Anyway,
Did you say highly suggestive?
Highly suggested.
It's part of the
Not a
repression.
mispronunciation.
Part of the
Mishearing.
repression.
Got it.
Anyway, my grievance is I've been pouring all my love in these little chicken motherfuckers, and I like them. I love them. Again, they're feeding me. I'm feeding them. And they shit all over everything.
Mm-hmm.
But recently, these little motherfuckers have been coming into my patio when I'm sitting out watching TV, enjoying myself. My wife and I and the dogs just trying to have a little family time.
Don't you have on a
And they've been
leash?
taking these loud ass, wet, smelly shits all over my patio. And and while it's bad enough that it's a wet, smelly shit, you can actually hear the sound of them squeezing out like a little shark. And then splat onto the ground. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And now, what?
Todd.
What?
Hey, so
What?
you can honestly hear chicken farts.
The
Yes.
chicken's going,
Yes.
They go into full body
Yes.
lockout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then you
Okay.
hear the
All right.
splat of that wet, nutty goo landing on your patio. And you're like, what the fuck is that?
I think
I'm
these are
like,
two
I
different
thought we-
stories.
No, it's the same story, same grievance. These little motherfuckers have gotten so comfortable that they're letting their worst shit sounds out on the patio while I'm out enjoying myself, watching a little telly with my family. And telly is not a mispronunciation. It's how the Brits do it. So fuck off. Anyway,
we haven't
My
even started
grievance
that
is-
contest yet.
these chickens have taken my hospitality. $1.
It's another $1.
Fuck it. I know.
Hold on.
All I want to know is what cock are you talking about with the nutty goo that's squirting out? Because I just need to know that.
These little beings are able to excrete some of the most disgusting. It's weird. When most of us think of bird poops, you think of those little stringy white things on the ground. Chickens have the ability to lay all variety of shit. Some of them are dry and easily pick upable. Some of them are
Pick up
a little bit
$1.
are dry on the
That's
outside. They look
not
like
a word.
little. They look like little powdered donuts. But then,
Donuts?
I guess when they get really comfortable around you, that's when they just start letting loose a little pee mixed with poop with little nuggets in it. But the sound, the kind of it's the sound, and then the splat on the ground.
I'm putting that on the board.
I can't.
What the fuck is happening?
I can't abide it. And so I got a squirt gun now. I'm squirting the shit out of these motherfuckers when they come towards the
Hold
patio.
on. You're squirting the chickens or you're squirting their shit?
I'm squirting the chickens. It's war.
Well, you can't pick up the shit. It's not pick upable.
So you,
Some of it, yeah, exactly. What
So
they've been doing is laying these really wet, nutty ones on the ground. It's freaking horrible. That's my chicken grievance.
so your grievance is that. So you've described while your family is sitting on the deck watching telly.
On the patio.
Sure.
The deck and patios are
But
two
the
different
chickens aren't part of your family.
But they
despite
kinda
the
are. They're
fact that you
pets,
said you
we're not
love
eating
them.
them, Bob. We're not raising them to eat.
But aren't
They
your
do feed
dogs
us
part of
with
that
eggs,
family?
But we are not eating them. So they
Aren't your
technically
dogs
pets.
part of that
They were
family?
naming them. Yes.
So why aren't the chickens part of the family?
That's what I'm saying. They are part of the family. That's why I'm not murdering them.
How is Renee, by the way?
Renee is dead.
Yeah,
What?
she died like that was like
One of the first ones
100,
to go.
100
Long time,
episodes
yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Renee
We had
died.
an episode named in her honor in moratorium.
The first woman's breast.
All right.
But
R.I.P.
I was gonna
R.I.P.
say,
Renee.
thankfully, Todd got to feel her breast again after she died, and
I was just gonna say,
Renee
ate it.
Renee McClucken.
Gave her no.
No.
Renee Henderson Cluckenstein.
Renee, yeah, she was hyphenated. Renee Henderson Cluckenstein.
Well, she had a image to protect and a career on her own
Well,
without
she didn't
without
want
her
to be
fucking asshole husband.
She didn't want to be defined just by
That's
the
right.
fact that she was a chicken.
She was a modern woman.
Yeah, and
100%.
she had the most supple breasts in Seattle.
That's why Todd was touching him.
So supple.
There you go. That was my
But
grievance.
we digress.
Todd said she made a Hellas street tacos. That's Renee went into.
That's my chicken grievance.
Amazing street tacos.
So listen, if they're part of your family, why have you not had a similar dog grievance about shits on the patio, etc.?
Because my dogs have never shit on the patio.
You know
They've
why?
only ripped half your face off.
You know why? Because you've trained them within an inch of their lives, and I might argue that you haven't taken your chickens to chicken training.
Chicken training. Chicken training.
Might be time, Todd. Might be time.
I think so.
No.
Yeah,
No.
stop.
While they are very smart little dinosaur raptor thingies. If I can't get them trained with a squirt gun to keep off my patio and dropping bombs that are so noisy, loud, and stinky.
Todd, are they?
Nuggety. I don't know if nuggety is a word, but it's not a mispronunciation.
So Todd, here's
After Tawas, I'll be looking it up on the air.
Here's a question for you. I follow like a lot of horticulturalists
Chicken shit
and
websites.
Horticulturalists and people that are doing like whatchamacallit, homesteading and things like that.
There it is.
Off the grid.
Yeah, so I've heard that a really, really, really cool thing, a really good thing for chickens is to just buy seeds online and microgreen and just literally take a bunch of seeds, put them, like incubate them in some sort of capacity and make microgreens to where they just start to sprout, like little tiny sprouts on all these seeds. And it basically makes like a thicket because all the fucking roots go together and stuff. And they're just like a couple centimeters high with little tiny greens on them. And it says chickens go absolutely insane for things like this. And there's actually companies now where these guys make microgreens for chicken farmers and people that raise chickens. So if you're looking for something new, cheap, and easy to do for your chickens, I would get like alfalfa, things like that, and put it in between like pieces of paper towel, or look into it how to sprout them in small containers, and then just as you can break the bricks apart, the root balls and everything, and throw them in there, and the chickens go nuts for them. They go absolutely insane. What are you looking at me for?
I just want to capture this moment, so that you remember when I go off on some tangent that I think is really important, and you don't let me, that I let you.
Such as
anything.
I'm never allowed to do anything, Bob.
An example is extremely important.
You're bitching about being repressed.
Anything that's either movie or sports related.
I mean, I'm trying to. I think this is on topic. This is very friendly to what Todd's talking about.
I agree with you,
and I think he
just want that to be known.
He would
I
appreciate
agree with you.
that.
I just don't like it.
Yeah,
no, I just want it to be known.
He doesn't like it because it's not insulting or oppressive to you.
No, I just want to.
I'm trying to hold you back.
It's all quid pro quo here on the podcast.
Yep. When all those frozen fresh chicken breasts are being shipped to Michigan, you're not going to be wagging your fingers.
I
so
haven't
much.
gotten a single
which by
boneless
the way,
chicken thigh from Seattle.
Todd, by the way,
we started this podcast.
By the way, let's pick at a scab for a second here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Always a great idea.
Why have we not received farm fresh eggs in the mail? Like at least
Can
once.
you mail eggs?
Sure.
I don't think you can mail eggs.
Well, I'm sorry. Are those not like fucking elementary school projects to where you throw eggs off the roof and package them? Yeah, you can fucking package eggs.
You tell elementary school kids that that's what you're going to do, but you never actually mail them. Because that's ridiculous.
You throw them off a roof.
The cost of mailing a dozen eggs through USPS insured, because obviously if they crack, there's nothing we can do with them.
Why would you insure them?
Because why else would you do it?
If they show up cracked, then we're not paying. You're not going to pay that shipping on it.
Yeah.
Listen, if you put
if
you put a bunch
turn
of
on the
eggs,
recorder.
Corey.
If you put a bunch of eggs in a box with a bunch of fucking circus peanuts inside, or whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yep.
I can shit in a box and call it a guarantee if that's what you'd like.
Hey, guess what? That's amazing. I don't know how eggs get to our fucking table anyhow.
Hey,
how does that fucking work?
Can I fix this
They must
before
be
you guys
hand fucking
dig your hole any
delivered.
deeper?
Go ahead, Todd.
I'm confident that I can ship you a dozen eggs.
Thank you, Todd.
without any cracks in it.
Thank you. Exactly.
I'm highly confident of that. Without any problem.
Somehow eggs get across
the cost for that dozen eggs is going to be about $50.
Exactly.
Somehow.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you,
Todd.
No.
First of all, I wouldn't say a dozen.
Todd.
I would say 75 eggs probably if you're going to do one shipment.
Of course.
So 75. It's still about.
It's going to be $150.
Yeah. I wouldn't triple it.
Why is this cost? In what world do you guys live in that you think that these light eggs are going to cost $75 to ship?
They have to be protected, and it's going to.
Not even it. It's just USPS isn't as cheap as you think
then use fucking FedEx. I don't know.
None of them are cheap. It's the size of the package that they're moving. Think about it.
I ran a business with my uncle. We shipped something as small as a thimble up into a whole fucking dinner to people.
You're
it does
100%
not cost
right.
$75 to ship eggs.
You just proved my point. You can ship a thimble because it is very small. Even if a thimble weighed a pound, that takes up very little space in the truck, and so that the shipping on that is very cheap. If I need to make space for 75 eggs, it's going to probably cost me about $60. I didn't say the price was going to be triple like other people.
I'm being
but $50,
literally. I'm being facetious, saying don't send us
the size of the box matters.
I'm sending you.
If I send you one, you're right. I can send you one farm fresh egg tomorrow for about $2.
All right,
Todd, can you please do that? I will kick in for half of the shipping costs. Send one egg to Nick Bader.
Actually, Todd, I would like 1 cent to each of us, and I will pay for them all.
Can I just mention right here, right now, that in 3 years' time that we have been on the air, and maybe the 2 years that Todd has been involved with this show, he has promised umpteenth amounts of shipments that he was going to send us, and not one of them has ever come. Ever? No one's have any of you guys ever got it? Oh, I'm going to send you that tomorrow. I'll send you a fucking
name two.
I'm still waiting for my birthday present that you said was
look, you guys know what I'm going to say.
On my porch.
Name two.
All I could say is that how many shipments have gone out in the last 3 years to Todd completely without provocation, without warning?
Yeah.
Just because Todd's awesome.
He's a great guy.
And he received them.
And absolutely.
And
who said that? Say name two.
How many times?
Miles Morales?
Listen here. Listen. How many times documented on the internet forever has he been on the show and been like, you know what? Monday morning, that's what I'm going to ship to you. You're getting that. This is what you're getting. And has anyone received anything? Because I have. Maybe it's just my address is hard to find.
If Mary actually listened to this podcast, she might be sitting there going like, amen, brothers. Todd can't follow through on shit. I know exactly. This is not my favorite podcast in the world.
Actually, Todd, and you want me to? I'll name at least one.
Name two.
Okay, hang on. Okay, I will. I'll get to it. Hang on,
boys. Let's put our heads together.
You said you wanted me to quit chewing, and you said you were going to send me a tin of chew that would make me quit chewing. And it's funny because I have since quit chewing on my own regard. And I still have yet to receive that package of what you were going to send me to quit chewing.
Oh, boy.
It was a semen-covered tin of chew.
Guess what?
That is what I figured would put you.
Guess what,
you
Todd?
Still want
Guess what, Todd?
Cory,
if you would shut the fuck up. Okay. No, hang on. Where's this? Still haven't received it.
Muted.
Secondly...
hold on, boys.
No. Let me finish my second point.
Him. That we can't break the rules of the podcast.
Yeah, he
deserves a chance to respond.
You're going to take that dip.
Crazy with responses.
Yeah, you're back, Todd.
Cory's going to take that dip. It's going to be a semen-covered dip of Kodiak.
I'm not going to anymore because I'm already done chewing. So
I want you to stop vaping. I'm going to use the same methodology.
Thanks to you,
nothing
Todd.
to worry about because I don't think that's going to come either.
Which, by the way, can we touch on this for 1 second? My sisters, don't fucking touch me. My sisters got me a couple years ago, very, very nice Michigan stone molded thing in the shape of the state of Michigan, like a patio stone. For the
stone
upper,
came from Michigan?
The upper and lower peninsula that's in my backyard. And I went outside 5 days ago, and there were 3 disgusting, wet, fucking white little pouches that were in Cory's mouth, strategically placed on top of this very nice stone that he spit onto the ground, onto this Can we throw those like into the fire maybe, or into the trash? And
I did. Somehow they got out of the fire.
Yeah,
They leaped out of the fire.
Yeah.
that's my grievance for Todd grievances.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
I got some TikToks for you
Yeah,
guys.
you
'Cause
do.
I have one that's I've been waiting to show Todd.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
You tell me when to slide this all the way down because otherwise you got 2 more minutes to wait.
You're the host, buddy. Not me.
That's all. No, not yet.
I know
It's
you
way
always
too
stop it
soon.
too early, Bob.
late.
What the
Too late.
fudge?
He told me it was up to me.
What the?
Are you ready?
What the fudge?
Son of a bitch.
Asshole.
Go ahead, Corey.
This is why we don't invite him to the show.
You've been waiting for. We're now 47 minutes in, and we haven't even gotten to the second segment yet.
So
I like those glasses.
dude, Todd, I've been hanging on to this TikTok because these guys are obviously they're your people. So and
What?
they're Todd.
boy.
These are Todd's
This
people.
feels very racist, like
they-
a racist attack
It does.
already.
I'm just looking at that picture.
they
and I'm
kinda
like,
look
How
like
come
our
I
people.
continue to be at the bottom of the screen?
All right, here we go.
You better watch out there, pal. Me and my posse are on our way to kick some ass and take some names here. Fucking pull up. Let's fucking go, boys.
That's a fuck ton of
gang, gang,
chickens.
pop, pop.
You don't want this.
You don't want this?
Oh, it's all good, Donkey Kong. Out here getting the squad trained up and ready. See you in about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Oh yeah, they grow fast.
I didn't know we were bringing only small cocks. My bad. Have a nice day.
Let's go, girls.
There's only one guy going to win this second war.
Oh my goodness.
That literally scares me. That all those chickens.
Trust me, bud. I don't think you want
What?
smoke.
in
Oh
the
no!
fuck?
I don't think you want smoke.
Look at that.
He's like the chicken whisperer. He's leading them all to battle.
Nah, I can explain this.
Can you?
I love it.
He's got food.
I love it. I love it.
What is
I
the
will-
explanation,
I'm gonna try.
Todd?
I'm gonna try and I'll try and capture this tonight. Still.
Okay.
So, what it is again, chickens are pretty amazing beings, and I truly believe that they are related to dinosaurs and specifically like raptors.
I feel like you just had a huge grievance against them just
Okay.
a few minutes ago.
You don't have
Yeah,
to
shitting on my fucking patio with and all comfortable like.
Todd.
What?
You don't have to believe they're absolutely related to dinosaurs.
I do.
Yeah. You don't have to believe.
I do it.
It's called science.
I do. I know.
Todd, please, before we move on, just
Yes,
promise
sir.
me that you're going to make a similar video.
I can do that. Yes.
With you
yes,
leading
yes,
your
yes.
chickens
I
into
actually
battle.
already might have one. I'm gonna find it.
Okay.
Dude, those videos are pretty legit. And the second I saw it, I'm like,
No, they are legit
Fuck,
because
I'm like-
because no. So
like-
the funny thing is, part of my problem with them shitting on my patio is this: as soon as they see
Here
me,
we
in
go,
the,
we're back.
They know when I'm coming to let them out of my garden area,
Yeah.
and they're all pressed against the garden area because they're like, "Oh, this motherfucker's gonna feed us. This motherfucker's gonna throw us free grubs and free corn and free shit." This motherfucker we love. And so literally when they see you from my house, if they see me in the window, they're like all pressed against her. It's like, let us out, motherfucker. And then they come charging the food. And Mary, she's like the super feeder. I think the video I'll shoot is of Mary now
Of
because
Mary?
oh, she feeds them raisins
Just
and
make sure
strawberries.
that
like,
she's okay with her
these
having us on
mofos.
the- on the
They're
podcast.
omnivores. They're omnivores.
Yeah, they are.
And so they can eat anything. And the interesting thing is they have highly sophisticated palates, like peppers or whatever. Don't burn them up, but the flavors they like specific. They love raisins. They love oats. They love corn. They like a lot of other things, but they can pick out specific. It's amazing shit.
All right,
Amazing.
listen, just make sure Mary is good with us.
Using her
posting or
likeness,
showing
I can do it too.
her likeness
I'm a
on the
feeder too,
podcast.
just not Mary style. But yes, we'll get this done. I already might have one, like I said.
all right, this next one was actually sent to us by Mr. Bob Rankin himself. And
Yeah, I think I've
Who else
watched
would it
this
be?
probably
The
2
AI
dozen times.
representation of Bob Rankin? And why am I
Yeah.
still at the bottom?
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Can we please see that one more time?
Somebody once told me the world is
so for the audio listeners, it's a little girl standing there in front of some exercise balls and then gets smoked by a
Notice
huge
that her
exercise
mom
ball.
is like, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, dude, right here.
Not at all
Her mom is
concerned.
totally laughing.
Not at all concerned with her safety. That ball just hit her face and broke her nose and every one of her teeth.
No, she doesn't have any teeth yet. She's fine.
Exactly. She's fine.
The stubs, the nubs of those teeth.
The stubs and the nubs.
God damn it! I think we might have the episode title. God.
I get a solid C-.
All right, so this one you kind of got to pay a little attention to, but this is a newscast from
B then right out of the gate.
HD4 that. Like I said, you'll pick up what's going on.
Use your let's do it. Yeah.
Welcome back to Fox 2 News at 9 a.m. Time once again to get you caught up on your news headlines. For that, the Hamburglar.
It's your birthday. I'll let it pass. No, I won't. I'll get you later.
I'll get you later. I believe that she will. I totally believe it.
That guy's been fired.
Time once again to get you caught up on your news headlines. For that, the Hamburglar.
Wow.
It's your birthday. I'll let it pass.
It's your birthday.
No, I won't. I'll get you
I
later.
understand.
That is a mad woman right
she
there.
She did laugh. She laughed a little bit.
No,
there's a little bit of a laugh there.
No, that is
she found it a little bit funny.
That woman
she was like,
very pissed.
You motherfucker.
That woman is fucking
Oh, you
pissed.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, she was very pissed about that.
Well,
I think I saw her lips say, "What motherfucker?"
I'm not saying that she's not going to gain some retribution, but
Oh my
still.
God. It hit me so late, and that is so fucking funny.
Oh, there's more?
This is all right. This is the last one.
All right.
I've been hanging on to
No,
these
I
for
know.
a while.
No, that's fine.
So, all right. So the setup for this next one. This is a Peloton instructor that does live exercise workout segments, and people can actually type in and write into the workout. And
Is that all her hair?
I don't know.
Well, she's got a mirror behind her.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, by the way, nobody can see anything right now. So.
I know. I'm just setting it up, Todd.
Oh, it's coming.
So she gets a message on her screen from one of the people that are exercising with her, and this is what happens.
Balls. No.
Hang on. I'll rewind it. 'Cause
Droopy balls.
What?
Kendall got droopy balls.
So
You got droopy balls.
Yeah. The person that texted into the exercise was Drew P. Balls. And she, in the heat of the moment, while
Kendall
exercising,
got is funny as well. Kendall got.
But she said it. She fell for it.
and then she realized.
Yep.
No. You. Oh, it's been so long since someone got me on that.
Look, she's been a good sport about it.
I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you, Drew. I'm mad.
Kendall got.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's
the
your birthday
second.
gift you got me. Ugh.
Second happy birthday.
That's the second happy birthday we got in a row.
2 to 3. Ugh. All right. I have a bone to pick with you now.
Yeah, you do.
You're about to work way harder. I am watching what you're doing, buddy. I see you in North Carolina, sir.
Oh, I like how she said "sir" and not Drew P. Balls.
So yeah, that was the last one.
Solid. Hey, Corey.
Sorry, what are we?
Yes, sir.
You're pointing to.
You know how hard a grader I am.
Yep.
Solid A minus. Solid A minus.
A minus. I'll take it from fucking Todd Dillon.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, listen. Normally, I would go here to a 90-second sports, but I already know number one, Nick would rather that I didn't, and number two, he's had a question queued up for like the last couple of episodes. So
let's do
if
the
you'd
question.
rather do that, Nick.
No. I'm just saying the time
question.
frame. That's all.
No, I
Do
get
the
it.
question.
But I'd
Do the
rather,
question.
yeah. Let's
I got,
do that.
dude,
we
I got
had
sports
time.
and beefs coming out of my butts.
I feel like the question is.
hold
I
on.
feel like
Both your butts?
Hold on. Both.
Listen,
Multiple butts?
I feel like the question is going to use up a lot more time than 90 Second Sports.
That's okay.
That's fine, dude.
Where are we gonna go?
We can go for
we
the
started
next 3 hours if
really
we
early.
wanted to.
Well, you can do one question.
Boy.
All right, here we go.
This
I don't want to go another week without Nick going like, "Hey, thanks for getting in a fucking question."
No, I honestly, that was like the last. Honestly, this week it was the last thing on my mind. So this installment of Nick's existential question: what is for you the most annoying commercial that you've ever heard? That's what I want to know. The most annoying commercial that you've ever heard, and no one wants to go first. Nobody?
Me.
Cory, the most annoying commercial and why?
Any fucking cologne or perfume commercial.
We're going to need to be more specific, buddy, than that.
Yeah, okay.
The Johnny Depp fucking, I don't even know the name of the cologne that
doesn't count.
Promoting.
Sorry, doesn't count.
The Jack Sparrow cologne.
No. Okay. Well, guess what? Every one of you motherfuckers better know the name of every fucking commercial.
It's not my question.
I know, but
it's Nick's existential question of the week.
Well, it's now become mine.
All right.
So aren't all those commercials like Dior? Like, aren't those the, like Parfum de France?
No, this one's even worse.
Yeah, so brands,
I want to.
Dior is different than Chanel.
I want to piggyback off Cory's question. Do I have to describe the specific commercial about the specific product or whatever?
Yeah, well, we kind of have to know why it was annoying. So
it was. It actually was Dior.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I said.
But it was Sauvage.
There you go.
That makes a huge difference. No, Dior. I mean, that's.
But again, he's walking through the desert, and then all of a sudden there's some wolves that you see.
That's my favorite part.
Cory.
And then he rips a guitar note.
I can fix this for you.
I'm not going to buy Dior, Todd. Trust me.
Cory.
Yes,
can I fix this for you?
It'll be shipped to you by Monday.
No. Hang on. I'm gonna fix this for Cory.
Go ahead.
For anybody else listening, that commercial is not for you. That's why it annoys you. It's not for you. What it is if your lady likes herself some who's the dude?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. And she sees those manly wild animals. She's like, she can smell what she wants to smell. Like, again, women who love their man, like whatever Danielle, it's for Dan. And if Danielle doesn't like, what's his name? Johnny Depp. She's not gonna buy that. But guess what? Whoever her freaking bucket list dude is, if you were not in the picture.
Who is her bucket list dude?
That's what I'm saying. Whoever that dude is, if he's pimping cologne, guess what you're going to be wearing, Cory? Fucking
Todd,
Sauvage by Dior.
I can guarantee you that is not the case because
that's what those commercials are for. That's what even the perfumes. It ain't for the chicks, dude. If you like the lady coming out of you didn't bitch about the lady coming out of the water. And you're like,
I did because it makes no fucking sense.
No, because you're mad because you're like, I think I'm going to see a booby. I think I'm going to see a booby. No, I don't see a booby.
Nick, maybe
this is a waste of my time. But guess what? There's a lot of dudes who can suspend their disbelief for a second, see an imaginary booby, and guess what? They're girls wearing Chanel No. 5.
No,
that's all marketing propaganda, bro.
Well, it's
who is Danielle's hall pass?
Hang on. We'll get to that.
Okay.
It's terrible marketing then because it does not work on at least me or Danielle.
Dude, I just said that. If it worked on you, then I'd say you should divorce Danielle before it gets any worse, dude, because you're attracted to dudes, which isn't a bad thing. It's not working on me. It's because it's not meant for you. Wow. They're looking directly past you, Cory. That's what I'm saying. You're hating on a commercial that's not meant for you. They put it on the air literally because there's more women than there's us.
Well, there's some really stupid people out there then.
Yep.
Every single one of us, bro.
All right, so I'm gonna jump in then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mine is the prescription drug commercials, specifically, since I feel like I was told to be specific, Ozempic.
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 Whatever the song is,
yeah. What's the?
It interrupts every song, everything I watch on Tubi and Crackle and Pluto TV, and I'm tired of seeing it. I've seen it probably 4 million times, and if I was not cheap and I would pay to have like commercial free Pluto TV, then I would have to watch it, but I'm not. So,
jeez. So Todd, what's yours, buddy?
I'm struggling because there's a lot of them I dislike, and Mary and I both. Mary doesn't like. I think it's more easy for me to.
Todd, I'll give you one. Sky Rizzy.
Again, I have to see it. I don't like any of those commercials. Any of the
Well, there you go.
drug commercials.
I just gave you a name.
But I don't know what it. I don't off the top of my head know what they do.
You don't have to know what it does. You just need the name of a particular.
If there's
commercial.
a dog in the Sky Rizzy commercial, I hate it because Bo goes nuts and charges the TV with any one of those drug commercials that has a dog in it. Bo charges the TV. But the story that I was going to tell you, though, is Keytruda with the dancing chubby lady.
There you go.
That one Mary hates. I don't know, but she hates it with a. I'm like, why do you hate this commercial so much? And she's like, I don't know. It just like viscerally makes me.
Well, given that you forgot her birthday, you should probably hate it too.
I do. I go, I don't like it either, but I don't know why you hate it so much.
My grandma.
That's phase 3 of 34 phases.
my grandma back in the 90s, my grandma was all about grammar and pronunciation. And back in the 90s, she wrote.
That's a dollar bitch.
I really would have liked your grandma.
She wrote 1-800-lawyers because they would always say lawyers, like lawyers, like they would mispronounce lawyers in the commercial.
How do they mispronounce it?
They'd be like 1-800-lawyers, like they would mispronounce the word. She wrote. She wrote. No, it wasn't. They didn't have an accent. She wrote them and said, stop fucking pronouncing it this way. I'm like, why? She's like, it enraged me. But this is the commercial that I hate the most. And this is from the Red House in, I think it's North or South Carolina.
And real quick.
How often do you see this commercial?
I've seen it a few times.
And real quick to answer your question, Steve Eiserman.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Danielle's hall pass? All right.
So turn it up, Corey. Play the Red House commercial for Red House Furniture.
Why does that dude in the middle look like me?
All just get along.
At the Red House Furniture,
we can.
At the Red House.
Dude, when have you ever seen this commercial?
Yeah. No. No.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have you?
Where
have you ever seen?
Are you watching some sort of like pirated cable from South Carolina?
I've seen it all over, dude. Trust me.
I've never seen this.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House.
AKA Big Head?
At the Red.
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's
and pumping my girlfriend, Regina.
Look at watch.
I'm Johnny.
That was the most awkward handshake.
That's a soft shake.
The Red House, and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I feel like you've never.
And I love the Red House.
I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
No, stop.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
What? At the Red
There's no way. There's no way you've seen this commercial anywhere.
Yes, I have.
Nope.
You can't afford the pirate cable to watch this
For a
commercial.
black person or a white person.
Nice job, Big Head.
Nope.
It's perfect for a white person
Call him bullshit.
or a black person.
This
is a great TikTok video.
Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
And expanding people too.
Was this whole
no
question
Asians, but
just
no
so you
Asians,
could play
you
this
dumbasses.
bullshitty commercial?
No, I
this
just
is horrible.
remembered at the last minute.
Horrible.
There's no way that you've seen this on any TV that you can
I
afford.
haven't seen it
to
around
pay
here.
for
It's
it.
still a commercial.
No, it's
But
not.
you don't watch this.
It's a
There's no way
parody.
this.
I have watched this before.
Where?
No.
On the internet.
No.
What?
There you have it. Never mind.
It's still a
That's
commercial.
not a commercial.
Hey.
No.
Somebody,
it's a meme.
somebody rub some salve
If it's
on
on the
Nick's
internet.
wound.
It is not a meme. That is a real commercial.
No.
Somebody hug Nick and rub salve on his wound.
That question was based around commercials that you see on TV.
I'm sorry that I
hate.
love that normally you appeal to my infinite wisdom about my segment of what the stipulations are, but right now you're telling me what I can do and what I can't do in my own segment.
I think you
You're
set
being
this up
repressed.
to get an answer from me and
Welcome to
Corey that you
I feel very
subverted.
repressed.
That's not a TV. That's not a commercial you've seen on TV. And
That was not the question.
What commercial? Well, read the question again.
The question was.
No. Pull up the open
Feels
the
like
book.
It
feels
was
like
not
I
in
get
the book. It
tortured
was not
every
in the
time I
book.
say read the question.
I see what's going on here.
If you
It's
want
not
to
in the
rewind,
book.
the question
You made it
was,
up.
what is the
Made the
most
whole thing
annoying
up.
commercial you can think of?
That's not a commercial. If you've not seen it on
That
TV.
is a commercial.
If you've not seen it on TV, that's
It's
not a
on.
commercial.
There's a phone number. Call the Red House.
Doesn't matter. You saw it on the internet, and that's not a commercial.
Okay.
Hang on. We're gonna call. We're gonna go back.
Call the Red House.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying the definition of a commercial is I have to sit through it in order to watch TV unless I've paid for no ads.
Maybe when you get your own segment, you can set up your own rules.
I'm just
but
saying that's not the definition of a commercial.
I feel like you've been oppressing all of the segments today. Maybe because you're maybe there's some latency that you were angry that you weren't on the first show.
No, I'm totally good. I saw that show. I'm totally good with me not being on that show.
If you want to back up, listen, if you want to back up, I can say any of the Sam Bernstein commercials where Richard is looking into the distance and everyone's looking at the camera.
That would be a legitimate answer.
Then if that makes you feel better,
it makes me feel better.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, that falls within the guidelines of the question.
But that is a real commercial.
Clarifying question.
Yeah.
Bob, why your butt hurt?
Looks like we got to fill out a butt hurt report.
Could be because I had combos for dinner.
Were your feelings hurt? Did you have to go to the cry closet? Tell me about it.
Oh, wait, there's a cry closet I didn't even know about?
Yes.
This is a bunch of bullshit. Secret cry closets?
Why your butt hurt?
Not being disclosed to the podcast host.
Take your time.
Yeah. That is the longest shot pour I've ever seen.
That's how he gets away from not having to ever do it.
To the freezer.
He's like, this is my speed. This is how fast I move.
I shudder to think how few viewers we actually have on this live episode.
I'm sorry, but I feel like
is it in the twos of number of listeners?
I feel
like Dylan
and Dylan.
I think he might have left.
Look, Dylan, I'm glad you joined for a little bit. Sorry you had to go, but I'm sure I understand why. Because I was here for the whole thing, and there were multiple times at which I'm like, yeah, that's probably a good time for people to just bail.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Salute.
Woo! I don't think have we ever ended on a shot? I'm going to say no based on your lack of response. So let's do it for the first time now. And that is the episode for the weekend. Thank you, everybody, for joining. On behalf of Cory and Nick and Todd, this is Bob. We'll see you next weekend.